Today is Wellness Wednesday, a time dedicated to nurturing your mind and body so that it stays happy and healthy. And this morning we have, basically you're like a family friend to News 19, Jennifer Wolff, who joins us so much, and she's here to talk about the importance of your mental well-being, specifically when we're talking about the time change and the season change as well. So Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, well thank you, Whitney, so much for having me again.
Thank you.
Family member, that's very nice. Thank you.
I mean, we have Jennifer on all the time. Okay, so Jennifer, I have to ask you this. When we talk about the time change or the season change, a lot of time people think that depression and your mental health is impacted when you go into the winter season. We hear the word winter blues so much, but nobody really talks about the fact that your mental health can be affected by transitioning into the spring season.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, spring and summertime depression is called reverse seasonal affective disorder. We expect it during the winter months, but there's more of a shift when the weather's warmer. Anytime there's a change in the weather and the barometer drops, there's usually, it affects the melatonin level, the serotonin level in the brain, and there's a change usually in the sleep cycles. It can be very disruptive. We lose an hour, that daylight savings time. There's also, in the spring, there's a tremendous amount of social pressure to be happy, everything's warmer, you should be happy. And in reality, if someone is experiencing chemical changes with depression and anxiety, and there's that social pressure, especially social anxiety, to engage more with people, social events, it can be extremely overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having
that schedule lead your life can be just a lot to take in. And you're right, there is so much pressure to, when you come out the winter season, it's like, oh, spring is here, everybody should be happy, right?
Absolutely.
So we definitely need to have a lot of grace when we're having conversations with people and understand that, you know, they might not be feeling the greatest. Now, one of the things I really want to get into as well is talking about the lack of sleep. I don't know about y'all, but I am tired. This time change is really hitting me differently. You don't think that losing an hour will impact you that much, but it really has. But it's so important that we make rest a priority because that lack of sleep can impact our mental health. Can you speak to that?
Absolutely. Well, sleep is medicine, and it is at the core of most mental. We actually regroup and the brain reprocesses during sleep. So when you're sleep deprived, coupled with other stressors in extreme amounts, it can cause even a psychosis. It's so imperative. The other thing is there's plenty of sunlight and what have you during the spring months, but that natural light is extremely important. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, and light therapy using light boxes can be effective even during the spring and the summer months. Sleep, eating well, moving, I say treat nature as medicine as well. Just getting outside, that fresh air, what have you, even when you don't feel like it. Because it hits us so quickly that what the tendency is I just want to go back in my Snuggies and get, you know, I just don't want to deal with the world and people. And now it's springtime, I'm supposed to be out there. So small steps.
Small steps, attainable steps. So really quickly, we have a couple of seconds left. Could you speak to the fact that this is not a rare thing to be struggling during this season of, you know, the season of change? I don't want anybody to think at home, well, something is wrong with me, I am just weird, or I'm an anomaly. Can you speak to the fact that this is common?
Absolutely. Reverse SAD is extremely common. And again, there's more of a stigma associated from that societal pressure that it's warm, it's pretty, so why are you feeling this way? But actually the suicide risk increases significantly between April and May. That's what the stats tell us. So it's extremely common, and we need to take that stigma away and just have educated conversation about it. What it is and how to help.
Thank you so much for talking about that and speaking on that specifically. Again, you are not alone. There is help. You are valued, and there's never any shame in getting help.